Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're just joining me, my name is Cora and that is my baby girl crying in the background. Okay, this is how every single one of my videos goes. I had to try like 5 times and each time my girl is like fussing in the background. Poor baby. Okay, anyway, this video is one that I have promised to make and I am super excited to finally be sitting down to film, and it's about stretch marks. Dreaded stretch marks, right? So the first thing I want to start off with this video. Hi George, you want to come up here too? Okay. By the way, this is George. Say hi, buddy. You're kind of tinky. Oh, this is my buddy. Who's in the background there? I'm trying.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's alright, I have stuff on my face. I don't know what it is.
Should we put your lights in here? Or do you have enough lighting right there?
I think
Okay, should we shut the door?
probably so, yes. Thank you, that would be incredible.
Oh, so you just see this?
Huh?
You just see this?
You're a creeper.
It'll open like this, my head poke in, and then it close.
Oh my god. This is my life. Okay, anyway. Where was I? So, stretch marks. So the thing about stretch marks is, the first thing I want to say is that I have stretch marks. They used to bother me. They do not bother me anymore. I have a completely different view on stretch marks than I used to, and a different view on my body than I used to. And I think that's just so important. It took me a really long time to learn to love myself, love my body. And I kind of think of my body as separate than me. Like, it allows me to live. It allows my spirit to live. It carries me through life. I do what I want to do. My body allows me to do that. I get to have children, and I just think that the gifts that my body and the experiences my body allows me to have, and the miracles that happen and the experiences that my body allows, that deserves my love and appreciation for this body. And I absolutely love and appreciate my body. It almost makes me emotional, which definitely means my pregnancy hormones are going a little crazy right now. But so anyway, I just want to be sure that I say that I hope that when we're talking about stretch marks, although I think most of us probably don't like wish for them, I do really hope that we remember to love ourselves and our bodies, and that if we have them, you know, it's a beautiful part of our story and a beautiful part of who we are. And anyway, so I just want to say that starting off this video. Anyway, but let's get right down to it. So when we're talking about preventing stretch marks, there are a lot of different things that contribute to stretch marks, okay? One is hormones. Hormones have a role in stretch marks. 2 is the rate at which your body and your skin stretches. Can the elastin keep up with the rate in which your skin is stretching? 3 is the health and integrity of your skin. So that is it nourished with nutrients that support elasticity, and is it nourished hydration-wise to stretch? The other thing is going to be what you put on it. So there are different contributing factors that contribute to stretch marks, and different ways of approaching preventing them and treating them if you get them. So I'm going to start with prevention, and like I said, there's a kind of multi-level approach to that. Number 1, when preventing stretch marks, and again, I just want to say this is all my experience through my research and my opinion, and so please take it with a grain of salt, and whatever you do that's right for you. If you're like, oh, that's like whatever, of course you know, this is just my opinion. I'm just putting this out there so that it maybe can help you. And if not, just forget it. Okay. So, but what I did to prevent my stretch marks and what worked for me is, number one, when I was pregnant, because I am prone to stretch marks, I obviously, my nutrition and my hydration levels, I increased dramatically. So my water intake is, you know, obviously a lot. I just drink as much water as possible. I increase my fat intake, my healthy fat, like my oils, exponentially. I have basically like probably an avocado a day. I have so much olive oil. I have butter. Some people would say that's a healthy fat. Some people would say it isn't. I believe it's a healthy fat. I have nuts and peanut butter and almond butter and eggs with yolk. I mean, as many as I want. I do not skimp on oils and fats for my body. And micronutrients for your body is also really important, which means your fruits and vegetables. Obviously, it's important for baby, and it's important for us, and it's important for our skin, because our skin needs nutrients in order to stretch. When I say integrity of your skin, it's the what supports elastin in our skin, and collagen production. All that is also, those functions are supported by nutrients. And so it is important to get those also, so that your skin is at its healthiest while you're pregnant. Okay, the next thing, and I will get to the topical stuff because that's also important, but I don't want to forget these inside out, because I really believe that that's a big contributing factor to what helped me not get stretch marks. Because I've not always been a healthy person by any means at all. I have not taken care of myself. So I'm not on some high horse at all when it comes to that. But I've learned a lot of things that have helped me, and I just want to share that. So anyway, I also, basically, if you can stay, and I hesitate to even say this because so many times when you're pregnant, you can't control at all how much weight you gain. And I hate how people are like, you know, if like, well, I didn't gain a lot of weight during my pregnancy. It's like, well, that's awesome. And some of it you can help, but sometimes people can't help the weight they gain for so many reasons. And so don't be down on yourself if you've gained a lot of weight, or if, first of all, if you're carrying multiples, like of course your skin's going to stretch much, much more. So your kind of propensity to have stretch marks is going to be much, much higher, because you're going to be stretching for two or whatever. Or if you have been on hormones, or if there are just so many factors, or if you can't move, you're on bed rest, or it's just multiple things. So, I guess what I want to say is, if the less amount you stretch, obviously it's going to be easier to not have stretch marks. So as healthy of a pregnancy and lifestyle as you can, and just being active is helpful. So if that's a possibility, it is helpful in not getting stretch marks. Also, the circulation to your skin when you exercise, the blood flow always helps with collagen. It always helps with elastin, because it's keeping those cells getting a lot of activity and a lot of blood flow, and it keeps things moving. So it's always going to be best if you can, and if not, forget it. There are other ways, okay? But that's just another contributing factor that can be helpful. Another thing is going to be topical things, and yes, it does help. It is not just, in my opinion, it is not just in your head. It is not just like, oh, well, you're gonna get them, you're just gonna get them. I mean, yeah, but I think maybe, and maybe not. And maybe it can be less severe, maybe it can be prevented altogether. So I keep with the natural stuff topically also. I love it because for one reason, it's cheap. Second reason, it's a proven fact that natural oils and particularly oils and specific ones, penetrate deeper into the dermis. Okay, so there's the epidermis and the dermis. You want to get all as deep as you can, and what your cells can absorb, a lot of the lotions and a lot of the things that you put on your skin only go so deep, and you really want to get as deeply saturated as you can. So natural oils, like we all know coconut oil. Coconut oil is amazing for your skin, and it absorbs easily and naturally deeply into your cells. The thing about that also is it's a lighter oil, so it's not quite as thick and slimy, and it's all together an awesome oil to be rubbing on your tummy as much as you can. And I say as much as you can, as much as you can, as much as you can get away with. Also, olive oil. I put olive oil on my tummy at night, and it's incredible. So because olive oil is much thicker, and it also absorbs deeply, but it takes longer. It's a thicker oil. So I have all these like tank tops I'm wearing now. I just have all these tank tops that I just know are gonna get oil on them. But I walk around with my belly out at night and let it absorb as much as possible. But then if it's like too long and annoying, I just pull my tank top over it. I don't care if the oil gets on it. And it hasn't ruined any of my shirts, hasn't done anything. If anything gets oil on it, if it gets kind of oil stained or anything like that, I've had that maybe happen once, I think. I put the little Dawn, and it completely went away. So anyway, so I use olive oil at night. I do coconut oil in the morning. I also do lotion. There are 2 lotions and belly butters that I like, so I also think it's important to have that, but it's more of a surface thing. And the thing about the lotion is the cocoa butter, shea butter, those heavy, thick lotions lock in the moisture. So it's almost like a barrier. So the oils go in, the cocoa butter and the shea butter is like a sealant. And so you don't want to be doing that all the time, because you want to get that, you're sort of not allowing other things to seep as deeply into your skin. Another trick is when you get out of the shower, don't wait a long time to put your lotion on. If you can just towel dry your belly, your upper thighs, your butt, because you don't want to forget, basically from your chest to the top of your thighs, your butt, around your back, your belly, and your breasts all are kind of susceptible to that stretching because there's a lot going on. Towel dry those areas lightly, and then apply a quick light layer of, say, coconut oil if it's the day, or olive oil at night. Give that a minute, and if there's still a little bit of water on your skin, that will help it all sink back down into your skin. And then if you give that a few minutes, do whatever, put on some of your belly butter, and you are giving your skin such a quench of moisture. And it does absorb, it does help. It will be still moisturized and kind of not like sticky, but well, yeah, like tacky in the morning, which is a good thing. And I mean, in my opinion, like, screw your sheets, forget don't wear your best, so don't sleep on your, million thread count, Italian made cotton or whatever sheets, and don't wear your very favorite monogram PJs when you're doing this, like, wear your hubby's old t-shirts or your old tattered t-shirts, and you'll thank yourself later. That's pretty much my opinion, and that's how I roll with it. So those are and then as far as belly butters and oils, the other one that's great is jojoba oil, all of which is best to get organic from Amazon. It's cheap, you get a ton of it. You're not gonna have to go spend a lot of money. Also though, Earth Mama is a brand that's fantastic for belly butters and belly oils. So is Burt's Bees. Target carries Burt's Bees, it may even Earth Mama, I'm not for sure, but I know that I get my my Burt's Bees Mama Bee belly butter and oil from there. And I also like to mix it up. You know, I mix up those natural oils, but it's more about like the oil and then the butter, and kind of understanding what and how it's working with your skin and when to apply and how to apply. And I know it seems like a lot, but the truth is once you kind of get into a rhythm of it, I basically do morning and night. If I can throughout the day, I might throw on a little more of something, just so like a light layer, just a little bit. So yeah, it seems like a lot, but it's not crazy. And I don't know, if you're willing to do it, I think it will really help. So the last thing I wanted to mention is what if you do get stretch marks, because yeah, you absolutely might get them, and that there's nothing wrong with that. They're beautiful. You earned them. I think of them like tiger stripes. You're freaking ferocious, badass mama tiger, and you I'll edit that out. You earned those stripes, and they're beautiful because it's incredible what your body goes through and what it is capable of. And you know, it's not easy. It is not easy to be pregnant. It's not easy to be a mom. It's not easy to have your body go through all these changes. And you know, I just really applaud every single mother out there for the sacrifices and it's, you know, it's a beautiful road, but it is also not easy. And, you know, it's part of your story, and it's beautiful, and what you've accomplished is beautiful, and what you've been through is so rich and incredible. And I just think that it's, you know, it's a beautiful thing. So anyway, I also want to say though, if you want to improve the appearance of your stretch marks, there are also really, really good ways of, I would say, lessening them to a very high degree, if not getting rid of them altogether. I don't know if you could say you get rid of them altogether, but certainly you can improve them. One, with obviously laser treatments. Laser treatments have come a really, really long way in the past years for helping with stretch marks. You can look into that. I haven't personally had them, but I do know people who have, and it's pretty remarkable the difference that can make. Also, they do something called dry tattooing now that is really, really helpful. And essentially they're just using a tattoo gun with no ink. They go specifically right into the stretch marks. And it's actually kind of nice. I have tried that before. I only did one session, and only on like some of them that were like kind of bigger on my hips from my adolescence. And it helped, I would say, about 50%. And that was just one. I didn't continue or follow up because I ended up moving, and then I just ended up not caring and not wanting to spend the money. But anyway, it helps a lot. You can go ahead and do your own research and look at pictures before and afters of those. So there are a lot of ways to help with that. And then also, you know, just tanning lotions, and when you self-tan, it blends things out really, really well also. So, and then there of course are creams that vitamin E helps. Oh, vitamin E, I'm so sorry. Vitamin E oil is a big one for oils to use before and after pregnancy. But after pregnancy, don't forget, when your skin is shrinking back, to continue. You may not have to do it twice a day. I think I did it once a day, but continue with a regimen for, I would say, 3 to 6 months after, because as your skin shrinks down, it's also prone to stretch marks. Any drastic change in your body is a time where you can get stretch marks, whether you're stretching or you're going down in size. So don't forget to continue afterward. But yeah, vitamin E is really, really good, of course, at it's good for preventative, but it's probably one of the top 3 in aftercare for stretch marks that have already appeared. So anyway, this was a super long video. I'm super sorry. It's totally messy, and I don't know if I'll even be able to edit out how kind of the beginning of this and all of it, but I just wanted to get all that in there. I hope some of that information is helpful to you guys. If you have any questions, or I hope I didn't forget anything, but please let me know in the description box if there's anything I can answer for you. If there is anything you found helpful that you want to share, please feel free. I am 28 weeks pregnant. I certainly don't know it all. I've done a lot of research, but I'm always looking for something new and something that's someone to learn something. And so if you have something to share, I'd love to know it. If you think I'm wrong about something, like, what are you talking about, girl? Like, this is not right. Please let me know. I am all for criticism. I'm good with that. So anyway, I just want to pass on my information. I hope it was helpful, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you learned anything, please give it a thumbs up. I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow this thing. It is not easy. So I just appreciate your support, and I would love to record and film any videos that you guys are interested in seeing and watching. And yeah, so have a great week, and Merry Christmas, everyone. I may see you before Christmas or not, I don't know, but I hope you have a beautiful holiday.